Oh, you say I got a problem with Egyptologists?
Why?
Oh, because they're lying. And because they're motivated not by truth. Because why are you studying Egypt when you need to be studying Bantu? Why are you teaching the people to learn uh, Egyptian language, Kemetic language, rather than learning Bantu language? Well, I do have a problem with Egyptologists. I mean, yes, I mean it's a waste of time. It is a waste of time. Okay, I mean we're claiming to be Egyptians. I'm Egypt this and I'm Egypt that. When our bloodline is not even from Egypt at all. Black people are broke up um, into different tribes or different people, just like the Europeans are broke up um, into different people. You have Spanish people, they speak Spanish. You have French people, they speak French. You have Dutch people, they speak Dutch. You have German, they speak German. And it would be very, very ignorant for a person that's French to say they're English. You know, that would be very ignorant. So that's what we're doing. Um, I'm not getting on the religious aspect of it yet, but I will. But based on nationality, they are people that black people walk around saying that they're Egyptians. Um, and we're not Egyptians. We come from 90% of us African Americans are from Bantu stock. The word Bantu means people, um, and we're broken up into different languages also as African people. Before slavery was broken up through our languages. Somali people, they speak Somalian. That's who they are. They're Somalian people. Ethiopian people, they speak Amharic. That's their language, and they're broken. There, that's what differentiates them from the Somalis. Their language. And Somalis, they have a different look too. They look different. Their heads are shaped very similar. And you have the Bantu people. Somalis and Ethiopians, they have more slender faces, pointed noses. Bantu people, we have a few people that have little pointed noses and stuff, but we have more round shaped heads. We're more round built, more muscle tone, um, flatter nose, rounder heads, and things like that. And we're totally different. And the Egyptian people, they are, or Mizraim, or the Kemetic people, they are sister, brother to the Somalis and to the Ethiopians. That's why when you look on the walls, they're brown with a pointy nose. You know, if you look at King Tut had a pointy nose. He was brown, and he had the ears, and he looked a little bit like me. But I'm not an Egyptian. But he had a slender face. That's how the Egyptians looked. They were brown. They were black. I totally agree. But they were not of our stock. That's what I believe. They're not of our stock. We come from Bantu, Swahili. That's one of our languages. Um, the Bantu people. Bantu people, they come from South Africa, Tanzania. They live in Kenya. They live in Gabon. They live in Cameroon. They live in Congo, Republic of Congo. They live in Central Africa and little parts of West Africa. And they're scattered in places in West Africa. And the West African kingdoms, they, like the kingdom of Ghana, the kingdom of Songhai, a lot of those places, they were like, they had a high population of slaves. And they used to go into the interior, like people say black people enslave other black people. They used to go to the interior and pull out them Bantu people. So they was putting us in slavery from both sides. The Arab slave trade was pulling us out of Central Africa um, from the east. And the white people and the great kingdoms of Africa was pulling us out from West Africa as well. Um, but it can be proven. You can do a blood test. I have done a blood test that we are Bantu people.
It's proven that you're Bantu.
And 90% of Africans, African Americans, are Bantu. Probably more than people that went through the Arab slave trade are Bantu. Probably more. but 90% of African Americans are from Bantu. 90%. I did a blood test. I am from the Bantu flock, also Bantu people. It's a language cluster. So, my question to the Egyptologists: why claim to be Egypt? Let me answer the question. I think this is what I think. I think black people are claiming to be Egyptians because it's a fad. Just like black people buy Jordans. The white man put it on TV that Egypt was great and the pyramids were great, and we wanted to be Egyptians. You know, the largest skyscraper is in the Middle East today. They done built something larger than the pyramids. I'm not hating on the pyramids and nothing like that, but I think the conscious community are not really conscious. If you're claiming Egypt and you're claiming you're Egypt and you're neglecting your Bantu people or uniting with your Bantu people, then you're not conscious. I mean, that's kind of crazy to me. You know, that's like me repping Somali. Yeah, I'm a Somali. Yeah, Somali. They were black, but I think a lot of black people are thinking that we all are one just because we're black. And if you go to Africa, you will learn very quickly, when the conflict in Sudan was happening, and a lot of black people was trying to go into Ethiopia, refugees. Those black Ethiopians, they were standing on the border with guns, shooting them, bam, shooting them down, bam. Cause you're not, and they were racist because they got pointy nose, they got slit in the face, and the people from Sudan, they have wide noses, and that's what they basically were saying. Um, the Somalis put took some slaves from Uganda. That's where you get the Somali Bantu. Look up Somali Bantu, and you'll see some Uganda Bantu people that look like us, big nose, more round people, round head, round shape, more thickness. They was enslaved by the Somali people, and the Somalis took their land and was racist towards them because they look different, because the Bantu people got bigger noses, and that's the basis of why they put them in slavery. And Somalis are black. That's where you get the Somali Bantu. The Somali Bantu come from Uganda. They were transported there through Somalia, and they was treated very, very badly. So if you go to Somalia thinking you're brothers and stuff, no, they know the difference. I'm not saying all Somalis are going to do that. You go to Ethiopia, I'm not saying they're going to treat you bad, but you go there, that they know that you're not of them like that. I mean, you're a Bantu, and there's conflict there. Somalis put Bantu people in slavery, and the black people put black people in slavery. That's a good example when a lot of white people say black people put black people in slavery. Somalis put Bantu people in slavery, but Somalis are a different type of black person. They won't put themselves in slavery. They wouldn't do that. So that's just like I said before, that's just like me repping that I'm a Somalian. You know? I believe if there were like a big pyramid in Somalia, and Somalis were known for building this big pyramid, and they had their faces on the wall, I bet you all these black people would be like, Somalian, the Somalian knowledge, and we're Somalian this. And now let's go to the religious aspect of it. A lot of people say, well, the Masonry came from Egypt. The Trinity came from Egypt. All this witchcraft and stuff came from Egypt. All this stuff that these white people are practicing came from Egypt. That's why we're in the problem we're in. That's not good. That's not good that all this crap came that the white people got all this crap and it came from Egypt. That's not good. The white people are practicing evil. They're supposed to be practicing evil. But some people might argue that the white people took it and flipped it around and changed it into evil. They might argue that point.
That's true.
But I think the Trinity is wrong, whether it's a black Trinity, a white Trinity,
Yes.
or Indian Trinity, if it's not true. You know, I think Illuminati, because the Egyptians, I think they were the originators of Illuminati. The Pharaoh and his priest rule, a small amount of people rule over the slaves. That's what the pyramid is all about. I don't think that's right. I mean, do black people, the conscious community, want to be Egyptians? Are they like jealous of white people saying we need to be the Illuminati, not you? No, we don't need Illuminati at all. We don't need to have a whole group of people, the majority of people slaves. That's Egypt right there. That's where white people got it from.